All right. Good morning and welcome back to the Sydney Tokyo overlap. It is 8 p.m. Eastern, 15th of April, and on the other side of the world, it is around 9 a.m. Uh, Tokyo and 10 a.m. Sydney, 16th of April. And let's get started with the Euro USD 4-hour chart flashing up on your screens right now. Uh, so the first perspective is with respect to the price perspective. In the last session, the New York session, we were discussing about flat in the making, and price action is right now abiding by that. Actually, let's go by on. Let's look at the hourly chart. The euro, the weight continues in euro, but price action is kind of confirming that we've got a three down and three up, followed by a potential 1, 2, 3. The third wave is still on, and it's dragging lower, and it's taking its own time, and that is yet another confirmation that we are in a corrective mode. The corrective waves are really tentative, and if you look at the movement of the price action, how they move, it's not rapid at all. Unlike the impulse wave, you can see the rally here. If you look at the rally there between 1.0916 and all the way towards 1.15, now that was a classic example of an impulse wave where traders actually mean business. I mean, whether it is bulls or bears. And this action, after hitting 1.1475, is another classic example of a corrective wave. All right, so you see the tentative movement, three waves down, followed by three waves up, and now, and if wave C is unfolding, wave C has got two forms of unfolding. Either it's going to be an impulse or a diagonal. At this point in time, it's it could be anything, but if it's a diagonal, then we've got wave 1, wave 2, potential wave 3 and 4 in the making, because diagonals would enter the first wave territory, and possibly one more wave lower. So with respect to the price, what we are still looking for is, though the price action has really uh, proceeded towards the projected direction, we are right now below 1.13 handle, just around 1295. But the session lows were printed around 1260, which is a very good sign, which is about just about less than 100 points from where we were expecting a bottom to form. So maybe one more low towards 1.1180, that would suffice, or that would suffice the minimum requirement of a minute wave 4 in the making. The 23% Fibonacci ratio support also coming in. So we'll be watching out for price action to turn from there. Let's have a look at the RSI. Normally the RSI would also, I mean, it is bouncing from 35, which is again a good sign. Normally, if it's bottoming out, I would also find out from the 4-hour chart. Normally, if price action is bottoming out, the RSI would hover around the 40 region. Let's check out on the 4-hour chart. It is still around the 52 mark, so maybe one more low around the 40 zone in the 4 hours would confirm that, okay, that would give us a little bit more confidence about wave 4 being terminated. Alright, so that's the story in the price action point of view. Wave point of view, things are absolutely unchanged. We are we are proceeding, or price action is progressing towards a potential minute wave 4, towards at least 1.17, or towards at least 1175.80 zone before price action, or before the fifth wave rally could resume. And if you look at the channel resistance coming, now we will wait for the channel support to be taken around the 1175, and if it bounces right from there, we don't need to change the angle of the Elliott channel as well, and we can simply wait for the next rally to materialize towards 1.17, possibly 1.19. All right, so that's the wave point of view. Trading point of view, unfortunately, okay, it's not unfortunate, but it's good that we would still want to remain quite patient, and another 100 points lower, or maybe what I'll do is after a few hours, maybe during the London times, maybe we can initiate some long positions in the portal in the euro, and on the other side, a short position in the dollar index. All right, so let's do that as far as the trading point of view is concerned, rather than sitting on the sidelines. But we're still 100 points away, brothers and sisters, to 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 really pick up on the long side. So it would be it is suggested to initiate only partial long positions remaining around 1.1175, and the potential stop goes there around 1.05 thereafter, and the potential targets are, we still have one more high to go on the upside towards 1.17 and 1.19. Remember, we are approaching mid of April. It all started with the initial days of April, again as the same way as they started with the March series. So March an uptick, February an uptick, March an uptick. This is the third consecutive month for the Euro bulls to remain in action, and possibly I think that it would be nice to see that bulls are able to conclude this series as well in the green. And next series onwards, if prices do reach around 1.19, then the next series onwards we would be able to see that turnaround on the lower side again. All right, so let's remain partial long, and I'll be able to push through the portal as well on the partial long that we are intending to take. So that's the story in the Euro USD. Let's pick up on the dollar index now. Just in a while, the 4-hour chart should be flashing up on your screens. So the price perspective, here we have the 4-hour chart. Let me quickly adjust on the screens first. As far as the price is concerned, dollar index is certainly preparing itself to push one more. Possibly it can push one more towards one more shallow low. They always keep on saying that dollar index has refrained itself from printing around 98.25. So if it prints a new shallow low, it's still okay before a corrective wave actually pushes higher again. We are really looking towards 101.75. But if you look at the difference the price difference, that the price action difference in between the euro and the dollar index, euro has almost reached closer to the 23%. It is refrained, but it is still away from about 100 points. But on the other hand, if you look at the dollar index, it is still trading just below the 100 mark, and it is almost 150 points away from the 23% Fibonacci ratio of the proposed wave 4 minute degree. So what I'm trying to say is the pressure in the dollar index kind of still remains on the south side, unlike what we have seen in a pullback coming nicely in the euro. the pressure remains on the south side for the dollar index, and who knows, it might reduce or resume, sorry, not reduce, but might resume its turn lower right from where prices are trading right now, somewhere close to 100 mark. So what we are suggesting is, uh, rather than waiting for a price action to reach 101.50, maybe we can initiate partial shorts around the London session, and we would be good to remain short thereafter. All right. Around 101.50, we would add one more position, so please keep that space. The stop loss would ideally go around 107 with a potential target of 97, 98, possibly 95 as well. All right, that's the price perspective. Wave perspective, no doubt, we are done potentially with the minute wave 3, slightly ahead of the projected targets, but it's okay. We're now expecting wave 4 minute to turn out, but it's a very shallow movement in the dollar index, believe it or not. I'll just flip the chart to the Euro USD for a moment, and you can see that this guy has at least produced a 3 down, a 3 up, and possibly another 3 down. So it has at least produced a potential WXY in the making. Either it's a WXY or I don't know if it's. Let's check out if it's carving a sub-minute degree wave 4. That is still possible, right? Let me find out the Fibonacci. Let's do the Fibonacci of the recent rally. I think if that is the case, then 23%. It's hitting the 23% of the recent wave. So let's hit the buy button for euro and the sell button for the dollar index. I'll be pushing the long trades in euro right after the session into the portal, and short trades into the dollar index as well. And let's see the projections. It's quite slight change in the trading point of view. Let's prepare for one more rally towards 1.16, right? It makes a lot of sense as well, because that's what the next target we are projecting as well. So possibly minute wave 3 could terminate around 1.16 in the euro, and we don't want to miss that rally as well. So let's go and hit the buy button, and then we might want to add further around 1180 mark. All right, it looks like a good setup if it is wave 4 of a sub minute degree. I think it would be nice to remain on the long side. All right, sorry for that. Just a moment. Okay, so the dollar index now. Back to the dollar index. So what we are doing now is taking partial shorts in the dollar index as well. So where the price action is trading right now, it could be sub minute degree wave 4 in the making. It might have completed sub minute wave 4, possibly. Let's try and see if it's the sub minute wave 4 completed. Then I think we might push lower towards 97.50 going forward. So it makes a lot of sense. What I'm going to do right after the session is hit the buy button in euro and the sell button in the dollar index respectively. All right, and if we go by these marks for GBP USD, it won't be surprising if the upside is still not complete in pound. We just need to see one more. I think a lot of divergence is also seen right now. Let's refrain, brothers and sisters, let's refrain from pound on the long side right now. It's good to book profits on the earlier positions that taken. We'll have to wait for. It's good to wait for a corrective decline, but even if you're wanting to hold on to the long positions, you might want to bring the stop loss to a break even and let it run through the 33 and possibly 3500 mark. Because tell you what, if euro is about to resume its rally and pound is possibly going to continue its rally towards the 3500 mark. All right, so let's remain on the long side, please. And even if it drops for a corrective decline, the upside is still incomplete for pound. All right. Next, gold, as we were saying, okay, gold has finally hit the 3260 high, and it's a wonderful looking wave structure. Let me just zoom in a bit and to tell you what this could be one of the major tops in place, but it's still in three waves, so you never know, there might be one more high, because the rally here from 31 3195 lows yesterday on the previous sessions, the rally is still wave 1, wave 2 and wave 3, so it's still not completing 5 waves. On the hourly chart, it is still not completing 5 waves, so we might have to wait, and let's try and project the 5th wave, because if that is the third wave is still projecting towards 3272, and then maybe we have a fourth wave decline. So this rally could test 7275 and another dip, and then closed, and one more high towards 3280 is possible. All right, so right now we're trading at 3257, and it's okay to still wait for price action to hit the 70s and 80s, but I'm 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 going to issue an aggressive short right after the session is done. The reason being, 4-hour chart is now, it's already beginning to show a bearish divergence, and I'm also seeing, let's check out on the hourly chart. There is a bearish divergence seen on the hourly chart as well. So with that perspective, keeping in mind, I would issue an aggressive trade call. But if you're not wanting to uh, to take that aggressive counter trend, or to take that aggressive shorts, the potential wave 5 minute degree termination. See, we've already discussed this case scenario again. Let's do it again. Sorry. Either structurally, either gold is printing uh, minute and minor wave 5 as we speak. The price action or the price range is expected to be around the 3270s and 3280s mark. Alright, this is one scenario where we have adjusted wave 3 minute, wave 4 minute, and now we are inching higher towards wave 5 minute degree. This is one scenario. I take this as a preferred count right now, but there is another count which is absolutely possible, where the wave 3 goes back to where we had placed, wave 4 again goes back to where we have placed earlier, like that. And what we are seeing right now is an extended wave 5 at a minute degree. And within that extension, we've got only wave 1, wave 2, and now wave 3 is producing. So if that is unfolding, if the alternate is unfolding, then I think gold is setting itself for a major rally towards 33, 35, and even higher levels. All right. So those aggressive trade calls might not be suitable for everyone. It's good to refrain at least for a while, and if price action confirms for a bearish signal towards 2960, then it will be a confirmed uh, conservative shorts also, right? So it's a choice between that aggressive shorts with a potential wave 5 termination, or you want to still stay on the sidelines with further confirmation. All right. So let's keep it short in this session. I don't think still Bitcoin is it is still okay. It is around 80. Sorry for that cough. So Bitcoin is kind of still hovering around that. It's still a corrective wave. It's three down and three up and possibly five waves. So we are still in the waiting mode. We need to see price confirmation dropping back towards the 80,000 or 78,000 before we can commit on the long side. But again, committing on the long side is not the most preferred wave count. I would still suggest there is a possible chance of a counter trend rally in the making, and selling on rallies is definitely on the cards thereafter. So a bit of a lull moment in Bitcoin right now, but it's okay. We would like to refrain ourselves from committing on the wrong side of the trade. Selling on rally is still preferred in Bitcoin. And the Dow Jones, let's see what Dow Jones had done overnight. As the price action confirms, minute degree wave 4 might have completed, and and if it's done, that that that's a really encouraging sign if it reverses from here towards minute wave 5. You know what? The first impulse drop at a higher degree would then complete and give way to a corrective rally in the coming weeks, and it would be a nice setup for bears to then pick it up as the third wave resumes lower again. We are already short in the Dow Jones, so the only thing that we are going to do is add to these short positions going further. Price action is towards the 42,000, 43,000, where we would want to do so. All right, so these are the stories as we progress towards the Asia session, Asia Sydney Tokyo overlap for now, and we'll be back in a few hours to touch base or pick up the story in the London Times around 12:30 Eastern starting today. All right, so let's bring it a pause here, and once again, thank you for tuning in, and please do take care and God bless. Goodbye.